If we did it once, we could do it again. Let's get into this Packers-Lions prediction video. Go Pack, go, baby. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Chris, and I'm back with another episode of CHDB-TV, also known as CheeseHead to the DeathBed TV. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe throughout this video. Drop some Go Pack goals, some bear downs, some one prize, and some Skull Vikings. Today's video is going to be about the Packers-Lions prediction, what I think is going to happen, who I think are the juggernauts, who I think is going to do this, who I think is not going to do this, what team I think is going to win. But before we get into all that, I hope y'all have an amazingly blessed day. I hope y'all day is going blessed, and if it didn't start off amazing, I pray that it ends amazing. That's first and foremost. Always remember, God is amazing. Secondly, we got the Lions again, baby. We got the Lions again, man. The first time we played the Lions, man, y'all know coming into this season, we had just got Micah Parsons. We didn't know who our CB1 was truly going to be. But heading into that game, it was a prove-it game. It was a game for the Packers to prove that we've gotten better than last year and we're not going to go 1-5 in the division again. Hell, the way it's looking to me personally, I think we go 6-0 in the division. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's as far-fetched as people think it may sound. It's not far-fetched. We're going to beat the Lions again. We know we're going to beat the Vikings again. The only game we might split is the Bears, and I honestly don't even think we split with them. I think Matt is getting his bag with these division games because he knows how crucial it is for us to win these games. He knows we can't go out there and do what we did last year. We can't go we can't go 2-4 in the division this year. We can't do that. The division is too close. We got the Bears at number 1. You got us at number 2. You got the Lions at number 3. The Vikings not even in the conversation. If the playoffs was to start today, I don't even think the Lions would be in it. I think it'll be us versus the Bears, and I will completely love that lineup. That would feed families. That would absolutely feed families. But even if it became like Packers and the Lions in the playoffs, or even if the Packers don't make it and it's Bears, Lions, it'll feed families. Whatever that first round would be, would feed families, absolutely. Now, back to that first game. First game, Jared Goff threw for 225. Jordan Love threw for 188. Jahmyr Gibbs ran for 19 yards. David Montgomery ran for 25. Josh Jacobs ran for 66. And both offenses, we more so was playing strategic, get down the field, run the clock out football. They couldn't really do much. That first game, the Lions couldn't do anything. It was our first game with Micah Parsons. We put them all over the line. They didn't know what we were going to do, how we were going to scheme him up. They didn't know what Rashawn Gary was capable of, coming off a great offseason and having great workouts and stuff like that, and watching them in preseason. They didn't know what our secondary was going to be. They knew Xavier McKinney was a dog. They knew Evan Williams was ascending. They also knew that Adrian Cooper was ascending. They also knew that Quay Walker was ascending or already good. Remind you, that first game, the Lions didn't score their first touchdown until 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Packers was just running them down the field, walking them down, scoring easy. We was just having a ball with them. And a lot of people didn't have us doing that game. I want to say we had 3 touchdowns because Jordan Love had 2 touchdowns. And I think Josh Jacobs had a touchdown. Yep, Josh Jacobs had a touchdown. And Jared Goff had a touchdown and an interception. Easy money, easy work. But I don't think going into this game, I don't think it's going to be like that again. Now we talking about this game. I don't think this game was going to be like that. I think it's going to be even worse for the Lions. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way or a way that's boastful. No, I really think the Lions are more on a downhill battle than the Packers are on a downhill battle. The Packers are getting players back. Now, I don't know if Jaden Reed comes back this game. I don't know if LVN comes back this game. I don't even know if Keyshawn Nixon plays this game. Or I don't know if not Dobbs Golden plays this game. And the Lions, they got people coming back also. I seen that report saying that Davenport might come back. And they got players that already came back over the past couple weeks. And they're kind of getting that defense back together. But I do know that I seen that Kirby Joseph is out for this game, which is big for the Lions. And it's not good at all. And I heard also that they like to run heavy box. So they like to stop the run in a way. So that gives Jordan Love more opportunity to throw the ball, what we always want Jordan Love to do. And honestly, I'll give our offense versus their defense, as in receivers versus secondary rise, I give the advantage to us. We got Christian Watson on the outside. We got Romeo Dobbs on the outside. We possibly could have Golden or Wicks or Jaden Reed in the slot, and we got a tight end. We got Luke Musgrave, whatever, Fitzpatrick playing, and that other, I forgot his name, but he got the touchdown a couple weeks ago. Heading into this game, Matt just needs to know, do not think about the last game. Do not think about what we did the last game, what they could possibly be looking for on our offensive snaps or our schemes and stuff. Don't worry about that. Just focus on what needs to be focused on, winning the game. If Matt doesn't get too runny, get a runny nose and run the ball every play, and we actually try to get the ball in Love's hands, and we played conservative a couple days ago for a reason, for this moment right here. For this moment right here, we play conservative on Sunday so we can feast on Thanksgiving. That's exactly why we play conservative. So Matt needs to remember that and let Love throw the ball. They don't have Kirby Joseph. Brian Branch hasn't been outstanding this year. I do like Jack Campbell. I do like Aiden Hutchinson, but I think that we slowed them up like we did the first game. They didn't have any sacks the first game. Offensive line played good. Elton Jenkins isn't playing this time, but offensive line played good. We had 4 sacks last game. So the defensive line also needs to step up, do what they did last game. Michael Parsons is going to continue to feast. It's getting into the winter time. Even though they play in the dome, we're playing in the winter. And he's heating up. He's kind of accumulated and acclimated with the system, which is always amazing. Rashawn Gary had a good bounce back game last game. Hopefully we get LVN back. Quay Walker will hopefully be back also. And I just hope that everything falls in place how it's supposed to. Now the Lions, man, look, I got their last 4 games right here. Their last 4 games, right? Their last 4 games are against the Vikings, the Commanders, the Eagles, and the Giants. They lost to the Vikings. They lost to J.J. McCarthy. They beat the Commanders. They lost to the Eagles, and they had a shootout with the Giants. And early in the season, they lost like a few games before these. They lost to the Chiefs also. A few days ago, they had a shootout with the Giants. They went into overtime with the Giants. And y'all understand that you're playing against a team that's already defeated and beaten, a team that's already tired. Meanwhile, the Packers sat a few starts. They sat Jordan Love for a fact the last like 6 minutes of the game. And I don't know if any other starters also sat out, but I know for a fact that we weren't playing as hard as they were, which means they already wore out. They're already beaten down, which is always an advantage for any team going into a Thursday night game. But it's not even Thursday night. It's a Thursday morning game. So that's what makes it even better. Jared Goff has been playing up and down. I'm not really worried about Jared Goff. I'm worried about Jameson Williams. The reason I'm worried about Jameson Williams is because he could take the top off. And we got Carrington Valentine on the outside and Kamal Hayden on the other side, I want to say. I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, but I think he played decent last game. I'm not really sure. But I know that we don't have Keyshawn Nixon. I'll tell you that. So we don't have our starting cornerback probably. I don't know. The injury report hasn't came out yet. But he had a stinger, and Quay Walker had a stinger going into last game. He didn't play, but I don't know if that was being conservative or he could have played. But I hope we get Keyshawn Nixon back. Not saying like Keyshawn Nixon is some outstanding cornerback, outstanding player, but he's a serviceable player, and he does have a lot of pass deflections, which is what we need. So I'm more worried about Jameson Williams than Amon-Ra St. Brown. St. Brown is a slot receiver. He can play the outside, of course, but he's more so a gadgety player. So I feel like if we get Quay Walker back, Adrian Cooper, and Isaiah McDuffie coming off the game he just had, we should be straight in the sense of St. Brown playing in the middle of the field. The key things to win this game, number 1, slow down Jahmyr Gibbs. We held Jahmyr Gibbs to 19 rushing yards the first time. We held David Montgomery to 25 rushing yards the first game. We need to slow both of them down again. And I highly doubt Jahmyr Gibbs gets a ton of carries or a ton of yards after coming off a 200 rushing yard game of 3 days ago. I highly doubt that he does it again, or they even scheme it up for him to do that again. They might have to use David Montgomery. He's not as fast as Jahmyr Gibbs, but he's definitely stronger. So it'll be a good matchup. Number 2, either play half and half evenly or throw the ball more than you run. because they play a heavy box. They're going to try to stop the run. And especially seeing how we did last week, a few days ago, with Emmanuel Wilson running that ball like that, we absolutely need to throw the ball more this game. I think Christian Watson has a good day. I think Romeo Doubs had a good day, just like the first time when we played them. I'm not worried about our receivers. I'm worried about Matt calling a type of game that feeds our receivers. We need to feed our receivers at all costs this game. They have cornerbacks. They have who they have. It's whatever. But we have who we have. I think we had the advantage on that side of the ball. And number 3, man, we just need our defensive line to disrespect their line. The first game, we had 4 or 5 sacks against the Lions. That was amazing. We need that type of performance again. Put Michael Parsons on Penei Sewell. Michael Parsons got, I want to say he got a lot of pressures, and he made Goff uncomfortable in that pocket on Penei Sewell's side. So if we continue to mix it up, put Parsons where we put Parsons, hell, even mix Gary up a little bit. Put LVN on that line where he's supposed to be. I don't know if he re-aggravated that foot injury, but I think he did. And we just put Kobe Wooden on that line, Carl Brooks, Brinson, Devontae Wyatt. We have to let the dogs eat. And like I said last week, if you let the dogs eat, the dogs will feast. Now we're at the point of the video you all been waiting on. My prediction for this Packers-Lions game. Do the Lions split with the Packers? Do the Packers sweep the Lions? And my answer is my Packers sweep the Lions, man. I got the Lions losing to my Green Bay Packers. 31. Nah, I'm going to do 24-17. Packers win in Ford Field. Jordan Love playing on Thanksgiving again. Jordan Love is 2-0 on Thanksgiving. One of those wins being against the Lions. I'm comfortable with Love playing on Thanksgiving. I know I don't believe in superstition and stuff, but I think ever since they messed him out of that to Duncan, that big-ass turkey leg, he's feeling a way about that going into this game. Also, especially since it's against the same team. I can't wait to play the Lions. I cannot wait to play the Lions so we can shut them up. We go 3-0 in the division. We sweep the Lions. We're going to sweep the Vikings. And then we're going to sweep the Bears. We're going 6-0, baby. Go, Pack, go. Before we end today's episode, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell also so you can see when I drop. I'm dropping every day this week. God is amazing. Also remember, God is amazing, God is amazing, God is amazing. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. If you don't take yourself serious, nobody will. Y'all have a great, blessed day, man. And I'm going to be dropping this on Wednesday morning so y'all can get a day full of my prediction. And then on Thursday, y'all going to see what I predicted was right. Let's go, baby. Hold on. Y'all have a blessed one, man. God is amazing.